In this lesson, we will learn how to create the Z fold shape. So in the last lesson, we went over the S fold shape. So we're going to continue to build on these fold shapes with the Z, or also known as zigzag fold shape. This fold is typically seen in the pants around the ankles and the knees, and it's when an excess of fabric compresses. So if you look at our reference image, you can see that gravity is pulling the fabric down, and it's creating this compression in the knee area. And then you can see that there's these long kind of Z shapes here, and then you get compression again in the knees, or in actually the ankles. So that's what we're gonna try to recreate. You can see it also happens in the back too, as well. So we're gonna jump back to our ZBrush model, and we're gonna continue to sculpt the clothing on this cowboy character. So we're gonna jump down to the pants, and we're going to divide this a few times by hitting the Control-D hotkey. I'm going to go to my Move brush, and I'm going to use the same hotkey setup that we set up in our earlier video. Turn on my X symmetry using the X hotkey, and then I'm just going to pull these, nudge these around just to make sure that the pants are fitting over top of the legs. So just kind of working our way around. And the first thing I want to do is just get rid of sort of the cylinder shape. You know, since the jeans are a more structured fabric, they're more thicker. You can see that there's more planes and more shape to the fabric. So I'm going to go to my trim dynamic, and I'm just going to kind of get rid of this cylinder shape. It kind of goes all the way around, and just kind of think about where I see some planes, where some of the folds are, and just kind of use the trim dynamic to define some of those areas. So here, and then kind of just move around this model, and then kind of just flatten out this back area, and then also where the back of the knee is, and then also the back of the thigh. So just kind of flatten all this out here. So, and then maybe flatten this down a little bit as well. So I'm just going to go back to my Move brush and just move this out a little bit. So, and then I'm going to go to my Fold-O-One brush, and then I'm just going to start blocking these out. I'm going to turn off X symmetry using my X hotkey, and I'm going to look at right here in the knee. There's compression and there's a long Z fold. So I'm just going to try to recreate that. Just going to maybe make my brush a little smaller. Just kind of bring that down, and then down here, and then kind of block in this Z shape right here. Just kind of using a big brush and just blocking this stuff out. And then we'll go in and we'll tighten it up a little in this lesson a little bit, and then also in a later lesson. So I'm going to work on the other side. See, there's compression here. Then it creates that Z right here, and then it goes down, and then across again, and then back across. So there's that one, and then I want to bring this across here, create a little notch there, then bring this up. This one's kind of coming off the thigh, but it's sort of originating from kind of up where the hip is. So then I want to just Go back up here. I just kind of want to break up this whole shape. Maybe just add a couple folds in the crotch area, just kind of break that up. And then move to the back. And making sure that we kind of work around the whole figure. So I'm just going to create a fold here, comes down, and then there's going to be a fold here as well. And then maybe one that comes down from the knee, creates a fold here, and then kind of creates these, the Z fold shape creates these sort of diamond valleys. You can see right here and here. So I just want to recreate that. And they kind of blend in with each other. So kind of a fold here, kind of comes up. So I want to switch to my move brush and then make sure that I'm creating an interesting silhouette. So I just want to move some of this stuff in, move some of it out, and making sure I work around the whole leg. Push those in. I want to probably pull this out. Push that in a little bit. And then bump this out so it's the leg's covered. Do the same thing on the other side. Probably push this out because this is where everything's going to be compressing. And then pull that out. And then push this out here. So this, like, the thigh's going to come down, and then this is going to be where the knee is. So same thing on the other side. So then I want to go to probably fold 02 and just kind of tighten up some of these. So make my brush a little smaller and just kind of hit some of these folds. And then just looking at my reference and just kind of making sure that I'm hitting these correct folds, that it looks natural. Comes down in here. And then we're going to work on this Z shape here. So maybe bring a little bit gravity onto this brush. And then, so it's kind of like it's compressing on top of each other. And then bring this around like that. I want to go to my move brush and kind of fix this shape. Bring it around and then down. So go back to fold 02 and then just continue to work around. And then bring this fold up here and around. So just real quickly, I'm just going to hit these knee areas a little bit, and then I'm going to move on to the next leg and just tighten that up a little bit. So just go trim dynamic and just flatten this out a little bit. So go to the fold 02 brush, and I just want to quickly hit some of these areas with a little bit of a tighter brush. See these come down here. It's creating this diamond pattern. And then it's coming down in here. And then down. And then into this Z shape down here. So I'm going to knock this back a little bit. And then go to my move brush, making sure that this kind of wraps around the leg and that this is coming out. Let's bring it around. So go back to Foldo 2, and then real quickly, I'm going to create this shape here. It's coming down. Go back to Foldo 2, and continue to create these folds. So, and then just real quickly, I just want to hit some of these up here. Come up. Smooth that out a little bit. And then maybe just a little bit in the back. Just there. So they're coming down here. These are coming down and creating zigzag folds down here. And then these are coming down as well. And then creating some zigzag folds here that are blending in with the front folds. So right here. And I think that's about it for right now. We will refine this further in another lesson later on. So just to recap, we went over the Z fold shape and then continue to sculpt on our cowboy character. And in the next lesson, we will cover the U-shape fold. All right, see you in the next lesson.